It's the cheap challenge. It's the cheap challenge. It's the cheap challenge. It's the cheap challenge. King Buddha, it's never too late to awake you. King Buddha, it's never too late for mistake to. King Buddha, it's never too late to awake you. King Buddha, it's never too late for mistake to. King Buddha, shut up or shut up. King Buddha, shut up or shut up. Fuck.
Thank you guys for tapping in. I see that nobody can hear me. Thank you so much for the comments, Twisted. Thank you so much. Yes, now I can talk, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy Chi King Buddha, and I'm back. I'm just happy. I was just thanking you guys for all the subs. I'm really looking at all that stuff, and thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it, man. And you know, the channel's been growing, and I just been trying to, like, keep up with everybody and keep up with what, I like. At the end of the day, I don't want to compromise my integrity as a person who gives opinions, and just put out bullshit just for the sake of putting it out, so everybody could be like entertained. No, I like to be inspired by the shit that I do, and the shit that I do is I notice things. I'm the guy that notices something I'm not supposed to notice. Like, I'll be like, oh, what is that? What is that hole in the wall? And they'll be like, oh, stop. Like, why you worried about that? And then I'll technically just found like a secret door or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the guy that people be like, oh, don't mention that, Joe. Like, you're bugging. So guys, thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you for coming in. And I want to thank everybody who always spins around the channel and sees what I'm doing, checks up on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate all you guys who do all that, because at the end of the day, as you can see, OG just tap in to give his opinions on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So nothing that I say is law, Chad. Nothing that I say is etched in stone. You know what I'm saying, Chad? Like, I'm just like everybody else. I'm just here trying to, trying to get the old fashioned American dream out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I want to thank everybody who always taps into the session, because as we go, we learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we learn from each other, and things that I don't know, I will, in turn, I'll learn about. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I don't even know how to do something, and then I'll come on stream and then I'll try it, and somebody on the stream will be like, "Yo, no, no, King Buddha, don't do that." So at the end of the day, I gotta be grateful for everybody who is synonymous with the stream. As you can see, I'm constantly upgrading the stream, constantly doing my best to make it look good, while still trying to be culturally uh, proper, and never uh, compromising my integrity because of clout. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always have the same opinion. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna retract shit because You know, we make mistakes, chat. We are all human. Some of us will make mistakes. Some of us will catch on to our mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a matter of like accountability, chat. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to know that King Buddha is always integral with with real. You know, like I'm a I'm a I'm a dude who lived a pretty extensive life, and after a lot of stupid mistakes, I learned that this is the life that I want to have. Not like I don't want to be considered a fuck up forever, or a crash out, or niggas get too old for that shit. So I found a place where I know that I'm at peace. I could give my opinion, and we all could agree. So today we got a tip from one of our viewers. As we posted this one before, if you look at this, where's my notifications? So if we go here, we have a conversation I'm having with Klutz3452 where he says, or she, let me see. There's only one way to find out, right? Yeah, it's a he, Klutz. So Klutz, I subscribe to his channel because, if you show love, I got to show love back, chat. There's no way that I'm not gonna show love. You know what I'm saying? It's just not in my cup of tea, chat. It's not in my cup of tea. So what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Cancel, my man. What I wanted to do was this. This right here. So here, right? So we went back to the history. No, we went to notifications. Notifications, we were on this video that I did. So I did this video earlier during the week. This is episode 27. And it's who is living on Epstein Island, right? So
Hey,
I
is
was
this?
doing this.
I feel like this isn't going to be about what I think it is.
So I was doing this episode, right? And in the comments, it got a little crazy. People were talking, right? So I commented. So Klutz 3452, shouts to Klutz 3452, said Epstein's will and trust was released in this dump. Over 42 files, names listed on there, some redacted. I haven't seen one mainstream media outlet talk about this. Really, any podcast for that matter. So chat. That's a challenge. Challenge challenge accepted. Thank you for that one. So he's talking about how Karina Shiliak, his last girlfriend, received 100 million. We covered that. And all his properties. We covered that. Over 70 million in diamonds. We didn't know that. And Ghislaine Maxwell only received 10 M's. She was the Belarusian model that came into the country around 2012. Certifications for dentistry. Yes, I do remember this very, very clearly because Trapmore Ross covered this right here, chat. So this right here is important because this right here is what we were talking about. So thank you, Klutz, for being extra articulate with us and knowing that we aren't the brightest light bulb in the motherfucking box. So I did what any YouTuber would. I replied. So when he first hit me with that's the only video I have seen with clear information on it. On one name mentioned in there towards the end was some top Goldman Sachs lawyer who was also a Obama lawyer stepped down from the position today. CNN, not one mention of her being in the will or receiving 5 to 10 million along with it. So I said, broski, drop it. Big W's in the chat. Great find. We will react to this at 10:45 Eastern Time. Chat, we're here. We're here. Clap it up for yourselves. Let's go. We are live covering. Man, it's going to be a fun ride, huh? All right. So let's get right to the meat and potatoes, right? Because this is going to be so crazy. What's going on back here? Oh. How crazy is that, huh? How crazy is that, chat? That's my I'm like, why can't I see a green screen? Like, you shouldn't be able to see a green screen anywhere. Know what I mean? That was the purpose of me be floating by right here on the side for you. You know what I'm saying, Chad? You feel me, Chad? Do you feel me, Chad? So let's look at what we got here. All right, let's get into it. So this is a channel that we found, right? That's covering this, and their name is Lewin Moss with 36,000 subscribers 10 days ago. So this is 10 days old, guys. We are cutting late into the meat and potatoes. So let's get right to it.
Jeffrey Epstein's last will and testament has finally been released. For years, we were not able to see what was in it because of some complicated legal maneuvering. Epstein had his assets in a trust, and the distribution of those assets was entirely secretive. That is, until now. There are 42 different people to which Jeffrey Epstein's vast wealth was distributed. We'll go through each name one by one. The first is Karina Shuliak. She was Jeffrey Epstein's final girlfriend, and these documents show that they actually considered getting married, although whether they actually did or not is unclear. She is by far the largest recipient of Jeffrey Epstein's wealth. When Epstein died, she received $50 million immediately, to be followed by $50 million distributed annually through what is called an annuity. She received Jeffrey Epstein's entire real estate portfolio almost. She received the entire New Mexico ranch, which is over 7,000 acres, around 7,600 acres, I believe. That property is dotted with various ornate, lavish structures. And on top of that, she received almost every object that was within the ranch. Although the sale price of the New Mexico ranch is unknown, it was definitely in the tens of millions of dollars. She got the same from the entire Little St. James Island and everything in it, all of the trucks, all of the cars, everything that is required to maintain the island she received as a distribution through Jeffrey Epstein's will. That property alone sold for about $60 million. She got the same from the Paris estate and got everything in it. That property sold for $11 million. She got the entire Palm Beach mansion and everything in it. That property sold for $18.5 million, and it was later torn down and redeveloped for quite a profit.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Nina can't code.
Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice.
So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch. I gotta make a call.
I'll be in my
office.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
A workflow manager that
Tracks who still owes for the group lunch.
Trash duty schedule. Since no
She also received the entire
What?
New York mansion, which is the largest private residence in New York City. That property sold for about $51 million. She also received $5 million to help with the maintenance of
I don't know, Chad, if you was keeping track, but that's a lot of money.
each property, totaling $25 million. She also received a diamond ring that we'll talk about in a moment,
Holy
and 48 diamonds. Those diamonds all came with Gemological Institute of America identification numbers, which you can actually look up and see the condition of the diamond and plug into AI and get a rough estimate. I did that for 48 different diamonds, and the estimate came out anywhere from $400,000 to about $700,000. The ring is interesting because when it is noted in the will, there is a little handwritten section that reads, "Prior to execution of this trust agreement, I had given Karina Shuliak the diamond ring described below in contemplation of marriage, in the event that the marriage is not consummated," and then they give a contingency plan. We don't know if they actually did get married. Those records are private, and you have to be actually a party to the marriage to request them, unfortunately. So the total value of the money given to Karina Shuliak, Jeffrey Epstein's last girlfriend, is anywhere from $260 million to about $300 million. It's often been quoted that she is a dentist, but let's be honest, nobody is working as a dentist after receiving this kind of money.
No, why
so
would you
let's
wanna
talk
be a
about
dentist?
Darren Indyke, Jeffrey Epstein's personal
That is
lawyer and one of his closest confidants. He received $50 million.
Why he
A person
got $50
often
million?
mentioned with Darren Indyke is Richard Kahn, Jeffrey Epstein's mysterious accountant. He received $25 million. Kahn and Indyke actually allegedly arranged a sham marriage between two women that is detailed in the Wall Street Journal. I'll just read a section here. It says, In 2016, a letter was drawn up for U.S. immigration officials with a glowing endorsement. It described a, quote, very healthy marriage between two women. Their bond so deep that they, quote, often complete each other's sentences. Its author, a New York accountant named Richard Kahn, said he had personally witnessed the women's passion for each other during meetings. He had his signature notarized to make it official. But the marriage turned out to be a sham. Kahn prepared the letter on behalf of his longtime boss and patron, Jeffrey Epstein. The convicted sex offender was trying to secure U.S. papers for an Eastern European woman he wanted to keep in the country. The plan required a spouse. Epstein had pressured an American woman that he had abused into marrying the woman, and Kahn's letter gave it legitimacy. Interestingly, although we don't know who this woman was, it was apparently not the first time that had happened. In 2013, Karina Shuliak, the woman that we had just spoken about, took place in a sham marriage to a woman named Jennifer Kalin. Shuliak is a Belarusian woman, making this not the first time that Jeffrey Epstein had organized an immigration scam in order to keep an Eastern European woman in the country. The next 7 names are redacted, meaning that these are probably women, although we don't know their ages. The first received $10 million. The second, I wonder if they are a minor or a child of someone that Jeffrey Epstein knows, because they received $10 million and then $5 million at someone else's discretion. That would only make sense if there was a parental figure involved, is my guess. The next person receives $10 million. The person after that receives $5 million. The person after that receives $10 million. The person after that receives $3 million. And the person after that receives $5 million. Then we come to Larry Vazosky, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime pilot. His daughter actually got married at Jeffrey Epstein's Santa Fe ranch, and Larry Vazosky received $10 million.
$10 million?
Vazosky also owned a home at the ranch, which you can learn more.
Well, everybody got $10 million, chat. It was that easy to get $10 million from a billionaire? Oh man, chat, somebody find me the address. Listen, if you guys could, anybody who could find me the address of a billionaire, like a real billionaire, we could email. I'ma ask for $10 million. If we are successful, you get 1%, which means you get 1 million out of the 10. But you gotta claim your shit as your own gift. I'm not claiming your shit as a gift. I'm not claiming the 10 million. I'll claim 9 million, and you could claim your own million. You feel me? But get me the name and the email of a billionaire. I'm gonna beg him for $10 million. I'm gonna beg him straight up. I don't give a fuck if he calls me a bum ass nigga. I don't care. There's people holding the door at McDonald's right now, and they will not be caring if you give them $1 or 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents. They don't give a fuck, chat, because it's free, right? So I'm gonna think in a bigger scale, right? In a bigger scale, to a billionaire. I'm a guy holding the door at McDonald's right now, right? I got no pool, no clout, no fucking negotiating. Wherever I go and that billionaire go, that motherfucker getting special treatment, not me. So I think if you guys find a billionaire and you find his name, email me at thechechallenge@gmail.com. Send me the billionaire's name. Send me his email or his iCloud so I can message him, right? I'm gonna straight up tell him I'm from the Cheat Challenge, and we posed a challenge online where we said we are gonna beg a billionaire, not a millionaire, not 100 millionaire, has to have billions, guys. If you could find me the email of a billionaire, look how easy it is. I'll do all the work. You just gotta be a regular person, right? You find that person, and if I get your email, we're gonna talk about that online, right? I'm going to harass this billionaire till they give us $10 million. We'll grab $1 million for you, whoever gets the billionaire's, the billionaire's email and their name, right? And then we're going to give away $1 million on stream. So I'm going to keep 8. You could keep 1, and we'll give away 2 of them. We'll give $1 million to... Because you got to remember, we're just splitting change right now. You understand what I'm saying? To a billionaire, we are going to be splitting like $1. You understand? So $10,000, $10 million to them is nothing more than like $10. And from those $10, I'm going to give you $1 and I'm going to give away $2. You feel me? So technically, I'm going to stay with $7 million. And of course, this is all possible because if we all agree, then we all agree. You understand what I'm saying? I said it. I will do all the work. All you gotta do is find a real valid email that links to a billionaire, the billionaire's name, and I'm gonna email them and ask for the free money. I'm gonna send them all the links to my channel. I'm gonna tell them what we doing, how we just trying to do a big ass fucking episode, get 1 billion views. At the same time, I'm gonna give away 30% of whatever we get, chat. 30%. Because if the billionaire says you guys want 10 million to give away 30%, then I'm gonna give you guys 100 million. So you could give away 30 million. You imagine that, chat? Then your 1 million becomes 10 automatically. We'll give away 20 million to everybody in the chat. We'll just do like a crazy lottery and people will just get online and we'll just keep giving away money. You understand? Everybody who wins money, you got to remember, you got to claim this as a gift because the taxes will come and IRS will come knocking at your door. And then we'll do a tour with the rest of the money, right? With the 70% that I keep, I'm going to keep half of that 70% because since I'm going to have to pay taxes on it. So I'm going to pay a third in taxes. So 70 million, I'll pay a third of taxes. I'll be paying somewhere around, Alexa, what is a third of 70 million?
A third of 70% of 70,070,000 is 16,349,000.
So it'll be like 16 million I will have to pay in taxes, right? So that means I'll stay with like about 60 something. From the 60 something, I will keep 40 for myself, right? For being the mastermind of this idea that we're all going to make money off of, right? And I will give away like about 10 million in a tour. We'll do a tour around the United States, every state, all 52 states. I want to go to every single state. I've never been anywhere in my life, anywhere. And I will go to that's what we would do with the money. We will do a tour. And in that tour, I know I'm not going to spend $10 million on the tour. I'll budget the tour to like about 2 or 3 million with an extra 2 or 3 million so I could give away money while I'm on the streets. And then we'll do challenges throughout the 52 states with the other millions, with the other 10 or whatever, 5 million that's left. You feel me? We'll just do a whole bunch of challenges, $1,000 challenges. We'll stop at a dealership and buy 12 cars and give them shits away. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll do a lot of cool shit if we could convince a millionaire to give us $10 million. Because chat, they're literally handing that shit out to anybody. Everybody got $10 million, like a minimum. What's a minimum? Was it $10 million? So that just gives me a perception, chat, that there's millionaires out there. If you guys could get me millionaires' emails, I swear to my mother that's buried in the Dominican Republic, I will personally beg them for $10 million for the channel. We'll do it for the channel. I already told you, 730 split. Right? The chat gets 30, I get 70. From the 30, 1 million goes directly to the person who finds it, the scouter. The person who brings the information gets 1 million guaranteed. The other 2 million gets broken down into 100,000 giveaways. You understand? We'll have a roulette. We'll just give away $100,000 to everybody. And I will keep 70,000. And from the 70,000, I'll pay 16,000 in taxes, leaving me with like 40,000, with like 45,000. With like 45,000, I'll go ahead and keep 40. And with the 45 million with the 44 million, 44.5 million, I'll grab the 500,000 and do a tour. And I'm telling you, we'll give away 10 million. I'll stay with 30 million. That's the math. 30 million. I'll end up with 30 million. If they do 100 million, if they do 10 million, I end up with 3 million. Which is not bad because I'll pay the taxes. So the people would just have to pay taxes on their amount, which would be less taxes for me to pay. I'll keep more. As long as I clear 4 million for myself, then I technically gave away 1 million to the person that got it. I only got 3 million more than him. Everything else, we gave it away. And that's fine with me if we give it away. I don't give a fuck. Be honest with you. I don't care. Chat. We're going to get this like a fucking handout. We're going to grab our millionaires begging cup and we're gonna go beg to millionaires. I think that's a challenge we should do. Every month we should try to get a billionaire to donate to the channel. Why not? They're fucking billionaires, right? So it's gonna be a tax write-off anyway, right? So why the fuck not? And then I can give it to you guys. You know, I'll keep a portion because we got to keep the channel running. Let's do that. I think that's a great idea.
More about at the video.
We could literally target higher ticket viewers, which wouldn't even be, you know what I'm saying? And how cool is it for them that they'll be acknowledged as entrepreneurs and they'll be the foundation of our growth. You know what I'm saying, Chan? I think we should try that. I think that should be our goal this year. Try to find a couple of billionaires to target to get some free money. You know, like the Starbucks lady that opens the door.
Video on the right, I'll link it up in the corner. I go through every home on Jeffrey Epstein's property. There are several people whose photos I do not have. They've effectively hid themselves from the internet. The first is Bella Klein. She was an accountant for Jeffrey Epstein. She received $3 million. The person after that is Luciano Fontanilla Jr. He goes by Jojo. Both he and his wife Lynn worked for Jeffrey Epstein, and he received $3 million. They also received a home on Long Island that I had never come across before. I actually looked a little bit into this home, but I just was not able to find his name, Jeffrey Epstein's name, or the name of any nebulous company on the property.
Chad, that's your homework. You got to find billionaires. Your homework is to find billionaires.
Records. Jojo and Lynn are kind of infamous for all the photos that they have of various celebrities that visited Jeffrey Epstein's various properties. We can see Chris Tucker, Prince Andrew, and
which is proof that they weren't even that close and they still got some money.
Epstein himself.
Chad, that's not even fucking money. That $3 million is not money compared to the shit that they got. Chad, that's not money.
Wearing
your job, Chad, is to find a billionaire and his email address and send it to the cheatchallenge@gmail.com. We are going to beg our way to millionaires. Chad, I told you guys we were going to figure this shit out together. You feel me? Now, what's wrong? Like, because I'm a Buddhist, so we can't do things that are wrong ethically, right? I don't see nothing wrong with being less fortunate to a higher economic status. You feel me? So to them, we're less fortunate. So the same way somebody is walking down the street and you see them and you're like, damn, yo, that person looks like they haven't ate today. They haven't, you know what I'm saying? A billionaire should look at me and be like, damn, he's never bought a Ferrari, right? I never bought a Ferrari, Chad. That's for real though. Like, think about how many times you came out of an expensive restaurant. You know, maybe like the Olive Garden is the most expensive you could come out of. But it's an expensive restaurant. And you come out and you are like so stuffed because you ate the good food, right? And then you pay like fucking like $60 to eat, right? Right? And then you get outside and there's a homeless guy. And he's like, man, can you give me some money? And you're like, you know, you wish you had money, but you don't got no money on you. What do, Chad? You want to give him some of that good food because you think in your mind that food is going to mean something to him because you think he's going to appreciate the Olive Garden. But he's not going to appreciate the Olive Garden. You understand what I'm saying? He's not going to appreciate the Olive Garden because he doesn't give a fuck about that because he's in a lower demographic economically than you. So if we target a higher demographic economically and we go beg with our Starbucks cups to billionaires for $10 million, which is nothing to them. This is nothing. This is crumbs to them. They literally will buy a sports car that costs $10 million. There is crumbs to a billionaire. And we go to billionaires and we harass them to give us money so we could give it away online. I guarantee you they're going to fall into this. They're going to fuck with that. They're going to fuck with that because they're going to be able to write it off because we're an official channel. And it's only $10 million. It's not even money to them. They're billionaires. It's change. It's like you coming out of Starbucks giving the lady a $1 bill. Or when you feel good that you give a $5, or when you're at the check cashing place and you cash your unemployment or your IRS check, right? What do? You give that lady $5 for cashing in because they cashed it. If we position ourselves in the right place where a billionaire feels like giving away $5 in a billionaire language, they could give us $10 million. It could give us 10 million. That's a $10 bill. Give us 10 million. I will give whoever finds me the email of a billionaire and their name. I will harass them until they give me $10 million. I will give you $1 million. We will give away 2 million on the channel, and we'll use the rest of the money to pay the taxes on it. And then we'll do a tour around the 52 states. I want to see every state, and we're going to give away $4 million. We're going to give away $1.5 million during that whole run. I'm going to keep 4 million for myself. That's only $3 million more than the person who brought the tip. And they won't have to do anything, chat. That's what I'm saying. So let's get with it, chat. Let's get fucking smart, chat. Let's get fucking 2026. We should become millionaires just because we were begging the right people. That's it. The right people. I don't care if they say he's a billionaire. He's only a millionaire because he begged for those millions. So fucking what, nigga? So what, nigga? I'm sitting here in Cipriani's with you, aren't I? But
Harvard sweater. We have Merwin
Wow,
Dela
that's
Cruz, whose photo I was not able to find anywhere. He received $3 million for serving as Jeffrey Epstein's house manager in New York City. We have Valdson Cochran. He was one of the most important people in Jeffrey Epstein's Paris estate. He received $5 million for serving as a butler of sorts. He would kind of drive people around, make food, things like that. And if you're familiar with this photo of Jeffrey Epstein, that is Valdson Cochran on the right. And the reason that the photo became popular is that Jeffrey Epstein is wearing an Israel Defense Forces hoodie. I found this kind of interesting. Ghislaine Maxwell is actually in Jeffrey Epstein's will, and you would think that for all the decades that she spent near him that she would get more money, but she got $10 million. There are people that did a lot less for Jeffrey Epstein than Ghislaine Maxwell and received a lot more. Anne Rodriguez, with a Q, not a G, was a sort of island assistant on Jeffrey Epstein's Little St. James. She received $5 million. There is a redacted name that received $3 million. And then we have Dave Rogers, who was another pilot often mentioned alongside Larry Vazovsky. He received $4 million. Peter St. Omer received $1 million. He was a kind of laborer on Jeffrey Epstein's island, kind of doing whatever landscaping or things like that needed to be done. Not exactly sure how to pronounce this name, but we'll call him Dupson Donasaint. He was also a laborer on Jeffrey Epstein's island, and he received $1 million. Pierre Jules received $1 million as well. He did the same thing as the two previous guys. Interestingly, Cecile de Jong, the former First Lady of the U.S. Virgin Islands, received $1 million. Their connections go way back with Jeffrey Epstein. She was allegedly an employee of his, receiving payments from him. And on top of that, Jeffrey Epstein apparently put her children through college. The connections to the Virgin Islands go deeper when we talk about Jeanne Brennan Weibrecht. She received $1 million, and she and her husband, Matthias, are all throughout the Epstein files if you search their names. Next, there's Jermaine Ruan. He received $1 million. He was an IT manager for Jeffrey Epstein's island. And interestingly, if you look at his LinkedIn, he's currently working for the government of the U.S. Virgin Islands Bureau of Corrections. Kind of a dark irony there. Obviously, his work for Jeffrey Epstein is not noted on LinkedIn, but what is from 2000 to 2022, 22 years, he worked as a technician for S.2, a company based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. But I'm sure that's nothing. Daphne Wallace was an account on Jeffrey Epstein's island, and she received $1 million. Next, we have two redacted names that received $2 million and $3 million, respectively. Next, there's Bryce Gordon. He and his wife actually were the ranch managers of the Zorro Ranch. They are extremely mysterious figures and have totally dropped off the face of the earth. They're fascinating. I would love to know more about them, but they're almost impossible to track down any information about. They received $2 million. After that, there are three redacted names that received a combined $8 million. Next, there's Edward Rod Larson. He is the son of a Norwegian diplomat, and he received $5 million. After that, there's Martin Novak. He received $5 million. He is a Harvard mathematics professor and has really some of the creepiest, eeriest emails in the files that have just been released. I plan to dig into this a little bit more in a future video, but we'll give a little glimpse here. In 2014, quote, in one email conversation between Novak and Epstein, the former says, quote, our spy was captured after completing her mission. To this, Epstein replies, did you torture her? Next, we have Palm Beach house managers Arlene and Carluz Toilo. They are also hard to find information about, but what is clear is that they received a combined $2 million. There's a name that's redacted that received $5 million, and then after that, there's a woman named Una Pascal. She worked for the Southern Trust Company as an accountant and received $1 million. Now, what's interesting about Una Pascal, if you Google her name, and if you Google Jeanne Brennan Wybrecht, the woman that we just spoke about, they both work for the same organization, the Community Foundation of the Virgin Islands. So that's just kind of interesting. I wonder if anybody else that worked there was affiliated with the island. Mark Epstein is obviously Jeffrey Epstein's brother. He's sort of a real estate investor, kind of a weird guy. He received $10 million, the same amount as Ghislaine Maxwell. I had never heard this guy's name before, Dr. Perry Bard. He is a South Florida chiropractor, and he received $3 million. A name that is redacted received $3 million, and Darren Indike's wife, Michelle Fern Cipher, received $3 million on the condition that she was still married to Darren Indike. They are still married, so they received the $3 million. What's equally illuminating to the different names that were on Jeffrey Epstein's will is who was in charge of the will. Darren Indike and Richard Kahn, Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer and accountant, respectively, were the main people involved. But if one of them was not able to serve as a trustee of Jeffrey Epstein's will, say if one had a heart attack and died or got hit by a car or something like that, what would happen is that a man named Boris Nikolic would serve as a trustee. Nikolic was a Serbian fashion designer. He was also an investor. He was close with Bill Gates up until they had sort of a falling out. And I believe that Jeffrey Epstein and he made a connection around their relationship with Bill Gates, and then it deepened later on.
Let me show you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output. This thing has sounds, samples, instruments, effects, everything you could ever need all in one place. I remember a friend.
If he was not able to serve, the man that would follow is Barnaby Marsh. He's sort of an investment guy, an Oxford PhD. If he was not able to serve, Anthony Barrett, really one of the most mysterious associates of Jeffrey Epstein, would take over. Barrett is tied with Jeffrey Epstein's brother Mark, but really other than that and his involvement in various real estate deals, there's not that much that we know about him. He's pretty fascinating and mysterious. If he was not able to serve, then Kathy Rumler, one of the former White House lawyers for Obama, would step in. If she was not able to serve, then David Mitchell, who is very mysterious, it's hard to find any information about him, would step in. If Mitchell could not serve, then a man named Stephen Hansen, about whom there is very little information as well, would step in. And following that, Eva Dubin, one of Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriends and really one of his closest friends, would step in that case. Epstein distributed hundreds of millions of dollars, but according to the New York Times, there's still more. Quote, Epstein's estate had about $127 million in assets remaining as of September 25th, according to the most recent publicly available quarterly accounting. Since Epstein's death, the estate has been mired in litigation and dealings with creditors. It has paid out $125 million to over 100 victims as part of a compensation program, and hundreds of millions of dollars more for taxes, victim settlements, and other expenses. In other words, decades and decades after Jeffrey Epstein began his criminal ring, only about 100 out of an estimated 1,000 or more victims received any money, and the money that has been paid out is less than was paid to his girlfriend, only one person out of 42 on his will.
Hold on. Don't say nothing. Hold up. No, me and Christ, yes. Chat, drop it in the comment box. This shit is crazy, man. That's the last will and testament. That was all the millions that they gave away. The only thing that shit did for me was it made me wonder, how much money can we get for being beggars if we were begging to billionaires? I don't give a fuck what your parents say, yo. Don't listen to your parents. Listen to me. If we beg billionaires, how much can we get, chat? That's the lesson of today's fucking and be careful who you work for, because he might be an Epstein. You don't know. All these people work for somebody. They didn't know who they work for. Half of the time, some of the people thought that he was with his family. They thought that there was a chick and the two young girls were his daughters, and this nigga never even had a wife. So just know that he was molesting everybody there. You feel me? Everybody got millions. So chat, I know trigger warning and all that good shit, but listen, what we learned from this episode is that billionaires got so much money. If you ever meet one, just ask him for $10 million on the spot and tell him to write it off as a gift. He's not going to be mad if the process is like almost automated. Like if you could sell the situation, guarantee he will do it on the spot, or if you're in front of a bank, just be willing to talk to him for the next 20, 15 minutes until the money's withdrawn, and then just walk away, chat. He's gonna give it to you. Billionaires, they don't give a fuck. It's a lot of money. They got a lot of it. All right, chat. You already know. It's your boy Chief from the Chief Channel, and I'm gonna let you guys go. You already know. And we exiting just like this. So, peace.
It's the cheap challenge. 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 King Buddha, it's never too late to awake you. King Buddha, it's never too late for mistake to. King Buddha, it's never too late to awake you. King Buddha, it's never too late for mistake to. King Buddha, stop up or shut up. King Buddha, stop up or shut up. Fuck.